Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Life Without Limits, where there are no limits to what you can achieve. My name is Joan Kaler, and I am your host, and I am going to take you on a remarkable journey. I have a young lady who is an inspiration to everyone, but particularly the women of the world. Her name is Celia Alamo Jacob. I hope I got that right. She is an entrepreneur. Now, hers is a story of survival and thriving. Celia was a prisoner in the country of Qatar, and she's going to explain that to us. I met Celia in Manila when I was there in the latter part of March, early part of May. I had the privilege and pleasure of talking with her, going to her business Brown Roots, getting to know her better. And she is a force of nature. She really is. Okay, let's bring Celia on to the webinar. Okay. Welcome in, Celia. It's so wonderful
Thank
to
you.
see you.
Thank you, Joan.
Good
Thank you for
evening.
inviting me.
Oh, I'm so excited to have you here. Oh, okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is Cecilia. Is it Alamo Jacob?
Yeah.
Did I say
Yes.
that right? Celia, not Cecilia, but Celia. Okay. Celia, you have a remarkable story. Now, the country that you were a prisoner in, it was Qatar. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yes, Qatar. It's Qatar.
Qatar.
Qatar. Yeah,
And
Qatar.
what area of the world is that in? I'm thinking it was around the Middle East somewhere.
Yes. Yeah. It's a part of the Middle East, and it's near Dubai and Saudi. So it's a small country in the Middle East.
I was going
One
to
of
say
the
because
richest, country.
I don't know that too many people have heard of it. So,
Yeah.
okay. So share your, because Celia, OMG, everyone. So she's going to share her story. And then now she is in Manila, Philippines. She has this most fantastic business. She's an entrepreneur. She lifts women up. Okay. Celia,
Thank you.
tell us your story.
Okay. Hi, I'm Celia Alamo Jacob, and I'm a creative entrepreneur and a certified life coach here in the Philippines. I help people, especially women, to turn their passion into profits here in the Philippines. But my backstory is about me being imprisoned in the Middle East because I was working for almost a decade in the Middle East, working at an advertising firm and an events company. When I decided to tell my boss that I want to leave the company because my son is already in college and my daughter is about to go to school also. And my boss told me that no, I cannot let you go. If you'll go, I'll make your life miserable. I thought that that was a joke. I really thought that was a joke because coming from someone who you really like spent most of the whole time outside the country, and you serve that particular company, and just when you're just you just want to go and like take a different path, they said no. If you leave us, we'll make your life miserable. So what I did, I didn't took it seriously, and for some reason, she had a way to give my passport to the deportation area, and they told them that I was working without permit. But they gave my passport. Um, she took my passport and she told me that she's just going to renew my visa, and then she did not give it back. So the thing is, she tried to manipulate the whole situation, and then gave my passport to the deportation jail, telling them that I'm working outside without permit, while she's the one who took that. So to make the long story short, I was sent to jail, and for almost a week, I stayed there. I stayed there with Filipinos, Ethiopians, Nepalese, Indonesians, Malaysians, who also did not know. Some of them didn't know why they're there. Some just don't have like ID, or they were not issued like a working ID, or some are living in a house which is not like licensed. Most of some small stuff. So I felt that while being there, I don't really have a reason to be there. So during that time, I was not afraid. What I did was just to talk to some of the prisoners inside and ask them their story. So it made me realize how lucky am I that I'm not afraid. And in that jail cell, I was able to find good people. They're the one who was like giving me blankets because I was there without anything. They gave me food. They gave me almost what I need. And I don't know them. So that's why I told myself that oh, until now, if I remember them, I always feel like I told myself that if I get out of that miserable situation, I'll try to pay forward, because most likely I will not meet them again. We have different locations. Some are from different countries. Some are from different provinces. So I just told myself that maybe this is how God is like knocking at my heart and telling me that maybe you need to find purpose in your life. You know, I had a good life. I was like living as a good like advertising practitioner in the Middle East. Some of my clients are Maserati, um, Harley Davidson, and some are Marks and Spencer. Those are big names that I didn't even had the chance to work with here in the Philippines. But when I was there, I was given a chance to work with big names. And doing that, maybe I felt that I'm so lucky. I didn't think of my purpose and all that. And so maybe God knocked on my heart and then told me that, oh, you know, you should also think of others, not only the goodness of whatever is in your clout or whatever is within your reach. Think of others. And that that made me turn around. That situation gave me like 180 turnaround, because I realized inside the jail cell that there's beauty, there's like compassion, there's heart, there's love, even if you don't know people around you. Because ultimately, this women, they also are having some issues, but they gave me something that I don't have that at that time. So now, when I got back in the Philippines for a year or two, I was thinking that why did it happen to me in my 40s. I just reached 40 that time, and I was like thinking, what happened to me? I was a good person. I'm not supposed to have that setback. So I got back like a decade away from my country. So I got back here without anything. I didn't get my gratuity. I didn't get my money. They just gave me a ticket, and then some of the stuff that I have there, I just left it. So zero, I went back to the Philippines with just some money in hand, maybe like a 20,000 or something. Then half of it, I use it for whatever that I can pay for whatever needs my kids and I are like requiring for that particular moment, because my mom is helping me anyways. And the other half, I tried my best to enroll from different workshops. The workshops from good mentors and good coaches gave me like a reason to, rise above whatever challenges that I experienced. Like I realized that if you fall 7 times, you stand up 8. So those are the things that I feel um, gave me a boost. And that's why I'm a believer of mentors, coaches. Even I have so many coaches right now. And the words are always, very important. How people talk to you, how people give you like affirmations and like guidance on how to stand up again. So after that, I was able to connect myself with several women community who are lifting each other up here in the Philippines. And that's basically one tip that I want to give. You have to connect yourself to people aligned to your values, aligned to your vision, who believes on on something that you also believe in, because if you go, or if you try to start over and you come across people who are not of same vision or of same values, again it will clash. That's what happened to me, because my boss, for them it's money, money, money. It's not family or whatever, loyalty. For them it's money. So for my part, I've learned that lesson now, and I align myself to people who are, not only good in business, but also their heart is good.
And
So that made me realize that God gave me that, that certain chance, to find my purpose and to find the right people to lead me to a better path. And from there, I was able to set up a small co-working space which house so many small events for women, especially. We help start up women's. We help also those who are trying to connect with, because now we have some women. Uh, they're initially dressmakers, but we give them work to make bags. They're mothers of special kids. So some of the bags that we're printing is being done by the moms of special children. So it's like connecting who needs something. And if you need something from someone, we'll connecting them to those who also needs work. So for me, that's already my paying it forward to the people who help me. I don't know the people who come to my co-working space, but when they tell me their story, automatically I remember, oh, I need to pay forward for the women in the jail cell who helped me a lot. And also the family who vouched for my credibility. So after some people vouched for my credibility in the prosecution court, I left the jail cell with head up high,
mhm.
and with a verdict of not guilty. And that is something that I'm really proud of, because they asked me to sign already. In order for me to go out, just sign that you're guilty, and then just, if you're guilty, then um take how many days or how many months you have to stay there, but just sign no guilty. So no need for anything, no investigations anymore. I said no, I didn't do anything. I don't care until what time I stay here. This will be a permanent record on my part, so I'll stick it out, and just to prove that I was really like framed by my boss, I'll stay here. It's good that some women and some family came to me.
I'm really interested to find out too, and I think our listeners will be. Now, you're originally from the Philippines?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm from the Philippines, and I went to Qatar because my sister is working there,
Oh,
and I need to help my family get my kids out in the Philippines, because it's a bit difficult in the Philippines.
and then
And my dad
escaped,
died.
when you escaped, you
Sorry.
didn't have, when you escaped and got out of Qatar, then came back to the Philippines, you didn't have any money, right? They
Yeah,
gave you a ticket and you came back
just a
and you just
ticket.
had to start fresh. There,
Yeah.
nothing. It's not like they gave you
No,
50 million pesos or
no. I
$100
won.
US dollar,
Yeah,
right?
I won the case, but they said they're already bankrupt, and they cannot give me money.
Likely story. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. With all the salary that was not given, the gratuity that was not given, I felt that that's so unfair. But then again, just leaving that country and leaving that company made me realize that it's also opening new doors for me. Yeah,
Yes.
because when I started the business, it's like all the good karma started pouring in. Like, yeah, everybody, how would I even be here talking to you? You're one of the greatest coaches, and how would I be talking
Oh, thank you
the
so much. Well,
yeah, so
that was one of the greatest experiences of my life so far is the honor and privilege of coming to the Philippines and meeting you and meeting the other women. I'm so
and I
homesick.
told you you're a crowd favorite, because most of the women are crying when you talk.
Oh,
Whenever you speak, whenever you say your story, everyone was like, so you they related to your story, or they related to the story because their sister had the same issue or same problem, and how you battled it, how you fought, and how you are now like that, so beautiful, and talking to people and just telling them that you can, overcome such problems.
Oh, yes.
People
Anything.
are crying here.
Here's what I want to do, Celia. I want to share your website. So I have
Okay.
it up. So hold that thought, because we're going to go as soon as I find your website. Okay. Let's see here. No, we're not going to do that quite yet. Okay. Where is Celia? No, I don't. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to go down here. I'm going to get here. I want to. Here we go. Okay. Now I'm coming back. Okay. Everybody is so kind to look as I click here and I click there. Okay, yes, 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 yes. Here we go, people. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay. Oh, freaking fiddle-dee, fiddle-dee-dee, fiddle-dee-dee. There, there you are. Okay, world. This is Celia's website. This is her business. Excuse me, everyone. Brown Roots Brews. Celia, tell us about your website. Tell everybody what you do. And
Okay,
by
thank
the
you,
way, everybody,
Joan.
she's got the most fantastic. She's got a restaurant attached to her that's part of her company. That the food is to die for. What I wouldn't give to have some of that delicious tea.
That's a milk tea. Okay, so Joan, Brown Roots Brews, it's a small co-working event and coffee shop that I have, where I meet and collaborate with artists and creative entrepreneurs. In my work, I do production for shirts and other creative gift items. And I'm also a life coach who teach about business here in the Philippines. And I design for I'm a branding strategist. One of our events, the Freedom Summit, is under my supervision. I'm the creative director for that one. Thank you, Joan. And yeah, that's what I do. I do logos. I help people with their branding, and basically, I just like help them, even if like they just want to consult with me, or just want to ask if this color is okay or what. Even if they PM me in Facebook, I'm available. I just want to help. I'm just happy that I was able to get out of whatever rut I had in that country, and now this is all paying forward. I feel that if I pay forward in this way, I will also help inspire other people, other creatives, or maybe other aspiring artists to, try to produce their designs and monetize it through printing it on shirts or in different items. And also, if they want to talk to me about anything about branding, I'm also another business, not business, but a passion that I do right now is I help people have a platform. Recently I had an event for Freedom Summit, and it was now turned over to me. And now, with some of the good people around, I am scaling it up, and I want to have a platform, global platform for speakers and coaches who wants to talk and bring their brand, their coaching packages here in the Philippines and in some parts of Southeast Asia.
Beautiful. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, Celia is way too modest, because she is an international speaker. Her presentation rocks. So
Thank
if you
you.
are interested in an incredible keynote speaker, please contact Celia, because what she does with art, what she does with websites, the graphic, the design, wow. I am just so impressed with everything you do, Celia. You are an amazing woman, and you definitely, definitely are paying it forward. I am so thrilled that you're now the creative director for Freedom Summit. Oh my
Thank you.
Yay! I
Thank
was
you.
honored to be a part of that in March, and it was the most incredible experience. So now,
And
yeah,
I hope you come back. I hope you come back.
you make me some of that beautiful milk and that chicken, I'll be back. Yeah. Oh, what I wouldn't
No
give for a
problem. We'll
mango,
prepare it.
what I wouldn't give from a mango right now, let me tell you. But I wanted the world to see your website. I wanted the world to see what you.
Thank you.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I think that's the coolest name, Brown Roots Brews, Business Brews and Beyond. See what I mean, world? So Celia has got it. Celia has got it going on. So I'm going to stop sharing here. I'm going to come back. Do. Celia, you're an amazing woman, an amazing entrepreneur, and you definitely are paying it forward, and you definitely help lift women up in the
Thank you.
Philippines. Golly Neds. Oh, the world just thanks you for everything that you're doing. I thank you for everything that you're doing. How can someone contact you? I know I shared your website, but do you want to share any more information about how to contact you?
They can just email me at brownrootsph@gmail.com.
Okay, Brown Roots, what was that last part?
PH, that's for Philippines, PH.
Oh, duh. Brown Roots PH.
Yeah.
Okay,
At gmail.com.
at gmail.com. Got it. Brown Roots PH, PH for Philippines, the first two letters at gmail.com. Terrific. And I hope everybody does. Oh, I can't wait to see what happens with the next Freedom Summit.
Yeah, it will be way better. I'm hoping that it would be way better because we've learned so many things going around the different countries, and I think the Freedom Summit for 2020 is more for women. It's a women series, and
Oh,
we really hope that you're there.
oh, thank you so much. Well, we will definitely talk more about that. Sid,
Yeah.
I want to thank you so much for your time. I know it's getting late in the evening over there. My mind is now tuned into Manila time. It's morning for me, it's evening for you. I want to thank you so much for being on Life Without Limits, sharing your story and
Can I have
sharing your
one
passion.
word, just
Yes,
something to leave them?
yes,
Um,
please.
for whatever happened to me, that's the reason why I will end of story, because I didn't let anyone put me down. I always think that really, if you fall 7 times, you stand up 8.
Mhm.
And if you feel like you want to start now. There's no perfect time. You have to start now, do your passion. And as I say every time I end my talk, tiptoe if you must, but take that step.
Yes, yes. And as they say, I now know how to say thank you in 3 languages. So, salamat, Celia, for being on the show today. That is thank you in what is the native language over there?
Filipino.
Well, Filipino, or does it start with a J?
No, it's Filipino. The native language is Filipino,
Okay.
and we call it Filipino.
Oh, Filipino. So that is thank you in Filipino. So, everybody, thank you for listening out there. Thank you for watching. Remember, life without limits, because there are no limits to what you can achieve. And Celia is proof of that. Thank you,
Thank you.
Celia. Talk to you
Thank
soon.
you.
Bye bye.
Bye.